So on my second go at finding a decent set of wired in-ear earphones for my listening pleasure, I found these on Souk. These are Samsung level with active noise cancellation, and I thought they were definitely worth the price, which was 120 reals. I think about that price, but you might get them cheaper, and I have seen them more expensive. So I took a punt on them, really not with a lot of hope that they were going to be any good either at noise cancellation or with or generally with the reproduction of my music on my phone. So what did I think of them? Well, first of all, if anybody watched my review yesterday of the Final Audio E3000, I wasn't happy with the cable. This cable is actually better. It's kind of like a braided, thicker, and feels a bit more, certainly it feels stronger and less twisty and getting wrapped up in knots. So for that, I think it's definitely a bit better. What do you get for your money? Well, okay, these are active noise cancellation, so basically they will, when you put them into your ears and you turn on the cancellation, which is here, you'll see that wee light comes on there, yeah. It reduces the noise that you can hear around about you. So if you're in traffic, you're on a plane, on a train, whatever, it will become a lot quieter. Now I walk out past massive AC fans every day, and I tried them, and I'll be honest with you, I think for the price, I think these are really good. These were Samsung. I read somewhere Samsung say it will take about 90% of the noise away. These fans outside that I walk past every day are really loud, and when I was listening to my music, you could barely notice them in the background. I could hear them, of course I know that they're there, but really the ANC, or the active noise cancellation on these, is really very decent. Of course they come with different size plastic tips. I don't know how it's very dirty, this one. I haven't even been wearing them, maybe it's dust. You can choose for size of your ears. What is this here? Let me take. Okay, yeah. So they also came with this. I suppose this comes off. I didn't even try it, but this is like kind of a sporty feeling. See it here? Can you see it there? Yeah. Okay, anyway, it might not be clear, but this is like keep them in if you're doing the running or whatever. So yeah, I found it a bit awkward, but again, it really depends on your type of ears and your ear canals and how your lugs are generally shape of them for if it's going to work better or worse than it did for me. They look okay, these level, they're kind of plasticky looking, you can see that there. So they look alright. They've got remote control here, which is volume up and down. You can switch the tracks, and it's got obviously a microphone for taking calls. Okay, this goes in, obviously has a headphone jack, so it goes in here. Now I found this maybe a wee bit awkward because it was in my phone, and the ANC remote control, I'm not sure it's the best design feature of it, very close to the jack. It might have been better higher up, but then again maybe not, because it would just be kind of pulling on the ear, your ear, the earphones obviously, and maybe loosening them, so maybe that's why they put it down there, but I'm just not sure. Maybe I wanted a bit more space here between the control and the jack, but it wasn't a big deal. But most importantly, was what was the sound like? And this is what unfortunately let them down. Now the noise cancelling stuff is excellent, okay, so we cannot complain about it, but and look, I'm just cleaning these a bit. They seem to be really dirty or something. I'm not even using them. Look, the noise cancellation is brilliant, and the general sound for most people is they're going to be pretty happy with these. The sound is not bad at all. It's not as good as the final audio sound, but the final audio not obviously got ANC. But for me, and I will again state that I'm not an audiophile, but I know what I like, and I'm trying to put the plastic bit back on here. It's not easy. I'm worried. See, it's a bit awkward. I know what I like, and there was just something missing for me with these. Now, overall, again, if you're watching the TV or I would say for travelling and not necessarily listen to music, I think that these might be pretty decent, and I might keep them for that, to be honest with you. I might do that, but for listening to music, there was just something that just wasn't right for me. Now look, they were pretty decent for most compared to most headphones that will come bundled with a cell phone, but they just felt a bit light for me. I don't know if that makes any sense. Everything was there, but it just didn't have an oomph. I'm not a real big bassy person, but there just didn't seem to be a lot of bass. Even the mids and the highs it just lacked something, which did improve when I fiddled about with the I have one of the apps, I think it might be Power Amp, whatever it is, the one I'm listening to. The sound did improve when I customised the graphic equalizer, and I did get a better sound. So look, for 120 reals, getting this kind, I'm not sure what price the next ANC earphones are up from this, but again, for most people, musically wise, I think this is going to be more than suffice. But for me, music wise, it was just not there. Something was lacking. So my journey for a cheap pair of wired in-ear headphones goes on, and I will report back to you if I'm ever successful. Actually, the amount of money that I've spent already, I could have bought a more expensive pair of wired in-ear headphones, and probably not have to bother doing this video. But anyway, look, I will just say this: if you can pick these up for the price that I paid, 120, 110, 100 reals, something like that. These are really good. Active noise cancellation, everything, certainly for travelling, and I might keep them. I'm going to Thailand to be with my family soon. I might take them travelling with me, and hopefully I might find my holy grail of a cheap let's see if cheap, decent in-ear headphones. So I will keep you updated, but these are pretty decent, okay, for everybody, especially that they have the active noise cancellation. They were just lacking something musically for me. That's it. Samsung level ANC wired in-ear earphones. Bah.